guys, welcome to
Piano Rogues!
I'm Ari.
And I'm Alair.
We are doing a review video.
A comparison of 3 different triple chamber ocarinas, all from St. Louis Ocarina. I've been playing ocarina for, I think we figured out, about 13 years. I still have a lot more to learn about ocarina. In fact, the more I learn about them, the more I realize I still need to learn about them.
You have a degree?
I do have a degree in music, and I teach music as my main job.
And you've played flute.
This is also true.
And you've played penny whistle.
That's also true.
So a little bit of experience.
I have some experience with woodwinds. Yes. We have 10 categories that we use to rate the ocarinas that we review. Each one of them gets 10 points, and at the end we combine all the points and we give you a score out of 100.
Starting with visual appeal,
Professionalism,
durability,
comfort,
intuitiveness of fingering,
ease of breath control,
projection,
intonation,
tone quality,
and take-along ability.
we have
New baby.
one you guys have been waiting to hear about. This is a purple clay ocarina.
I keep on moving it this way, and then, no, I have to put it this way. Purple clay is supposed to be special because it is supposed to improve over time as you play it, similar to the way a wooden instrument like a cello or a violin will improve over time as you play it, but for different reasons. Wooden instruments improve over time because of the vibration from playing them. An ocarina made of purple clay is supposed to improve because of the moisture that the clay collects. So far, I have found that to be the case. The more I play on this, the nicer I think it is sounding. There's not really a learning curve for me in terms of new fingerings or anything like that. This is basically the same as my other one, it's just made of a different material.
There is a learning curve with every ocarina, getting to know them, but the thing we have also noticed is it's changed colors.
Yeah, it's gotten a bit darker, which is interesting. All of the center part where it's really dark now, it was always darker, just not quite this dark. I don't know how well I can show you guys this. I'm gonna try. You see around the tone holes how there is more brown than the dark gray color? I think that's because of my fingers. I'm not really sure why that's different, but it's only around the tone holes that has remained more dark brown.
Visual appeal.
I like the brown. I think it's nice looking. It's not offensive or anything. It just looks like an instrument.
Maybe not my favorite color, but
I mean, that's just the material it's made out of, like the way a violin is made out of wood.
Yeah.
There are natural changes inside the clay that you can see, like there are lines of lighter colored clay going through it that would not be very visible from far away if I was performing with this on a stage.
I feel like it's a little less interesting than your green one.
Maybe like a 7.
Yeah.
For visual appeal, unless you just like the color brown better than the color green. Some of this is just honestly our opinion. But for professionalism, it's about the same.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing about this that says child's instrument. When you look at this, this is really obviously, this is not a toy.
So 9.
Yep.
Durability. The same.
It'll be the same.
6.
Yep. Do not play catch with this.
It needs a case. Comfort.
Okay, comfort is different. This one is not as comfortable to play on as my other ocarina. The reason is because the area around each tone hole is not as concave. It still has a little bit of indentation, but it's not as much, and the edges of the holes themselves are not as rounded in. It's not that it hurts to play it. It's not that it's really that uncomfortable, but it's definitely not as smooth or as comfortable as the other one.
Is it easier or harder to keep the air seal?
The same.
We have a 6 for the aria, which was very sharp.
This one, the pinky hole, isn't it smaller than your aria?
Yeah.
I feel like this one is probably more comfortable than her aria, but not as comfortable as Aoife.
7.
I'm thinking like a 7.
Okie dokie. Intuitiveness of fingering. It is the exact same fingering. So I'm going to use this one as an example because it's the same fingering, just because I'm a beginner. I would think this is 1, and then I would move to here, and then to move to here. Okay, so that's pretty intuitive. First chamber is just like your regular ocarina, and then extra chambers for your right hand. So 8. Breath control. Is it the same for breath control?
No, this one is very different for breath control. I have to use a lot more air to get this ocarina to be in tune than I have to use for Aoife. Once I am playing it in tune, I feel like the breath curve is somewhat similar, but it takes so much more air, and I'm still trying to get used to that.
Aria is 8. 7.
With your bass, it takes a lot of air, and you have to adjust your air a lot as you progress through the fingering. fingerings. This one, it also takes a lot of air, but I don't have to adjust my air as much as I progress through the fingerings. So I feel like ease of breath control is better than your bass, but it is harder than
the aria.
And harder than your aria.
Aria's 8. Aoife's 9, so probably 7. Projection. Is it louder? Softer?
I'm not sure. Well, I guess we can compare.
I feel like it's stronger.
But again, it's probably because in order for this one to be in tune, I have to give it more air than on Aoife. Maybe that's why they tune it this way. Maybe it's because they want this one to be stronger. Okay, so what are we saying for projection then? Like a 6?
Well, Aria's 6. It's louder than the aria.
Oh, so 6.5?
Really 6.5. We're going 6.5.
All right, we're giving it the extra half point. 6.5 for projection. Intonation. This ocarina, I struggled with it at first, with the intonation, because it took so much more breath support for me to get it to be in tune. Now that I've figured out how much air to give it, and I'm still working on getting used to that, I do believe this one is pretty good in terms of intonation. About the same as Aoife, as long as I'm giving it enough air.
So it stays in tune?
Yes, this ocarina stays in tune. It is about as good as Aoife in terms of intonation. It just requires more air. So I'm saying it's the same. 9.
9.
Yep. So we're giving it a 9 for intonation, as long as you use the right breath control.
Tone quality. So we had a squeaky.
Yeah. So that is one squeaky point with this ocarina. It has improved as I've played on it, and I'm wondering if it's because of how the purple clay is. It's improving the more I play on it.
If you're getting better used to it. This is the argument with purple clay. Are you just getting better used to the instrument, or is it actually helping?
When I first got this ocarina, there was an issue with the highest D in the lowest chamber that fairly frequently it would squeak or sound like the tone would kind of go 2 different directions at once. It was funky. So I don't know what was causing it. I don't know why it does it. It is getting better the more I play on it. Otherwise, for tone quality, it sounds beautiful. So I do believe, excluding that one issue, this ocarina has a nicer sound than Aoife even. And Aoife has a beautiful sound. 8.5?
That's kind of what I was thinking. To take off a half.
For the one squeaky note, we have to take off 1/2 point.
Otherwise, it would be a 9.
Otherwise, it would be a 9. I'm sorry, friend.
Take along ability. Guess what?
It's the same as Aoife. It's made of purple clay, which is just as breakable as
ceramic, but I'm not sure about that.
Honestly, the only way we would really be able to test it is if we were to try to break them. Yes. We don't want to do that. So 8.5. As long as it's in a pelican case, it is easily transportable.
Prices. Purple clay.
Purple clay. This guy is $400 on sale on St. Louis Ocarina right now. Not sale price is $500. Just a little bit more expensive. Still, in terms of really nice sounding and professional quality instruments, it's been pointed out to us, ocarinas are really not that expensive comparatively. People will pay thousands of dollars for really good violins.
Yes.
And piano, let's not talk about that.
You need a loan for piano.
Yeah.
Final scores. The purple clay
came in with a score of 76.5. As previously mentioned, don't buy expensive ocarinas unless you get a sound sample.
Unless you're willing to throw that money away, don't buy it without a sound sample.
Hello there, Postscript Alair here. This episode got a little long, so we broke it into 3 parts. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss out on our review of St. Louis Ocarina's plastic triple chamber ocarina. See you there.
Thanks for letting us steal your screens for a while. Stay rogue.